me, Stormie, and we are continuing on with 90 videos in 90 days, looking a little bit at the synastry side of astrology. So tonight we're going to talk about Venus and Mars in the chart, just a very quick, brief overview of what we're looking at. So when we're looking at Venus in the chart, this is all things romantic, right? And things that have to do with attraction, right? So when I'm looking at Venus in a woman's chart, I'm going to see kind of the role she's going to take on, or what charms or what part she's going to play to begin trying to attract another person to her, right? Now, when I'm looking at Venus in a male chart, I'm seeing what kind of person he will be attracted to, right? So you can see how just by shifting these energies a little bit, we get to see Venus actually start to act a little bit differently. Now, one of the things I think is a common misconception is that Venus and Mars are just everything when it comes to synastry, and that's actually not true. We have to consider all of the aspects, other planets, and especially we have to consider Saturn. But before we get off on that tangent, let's talk a little bit about Mars. Now, when we're looking at Mars in a chart, especially in synastry, Mars is going to tell me about the physicality, the sex, the desire, how some things are going down, things like that, right? So then you have this beautiful combination. I mean, Venus and Mars, consider they are the archetypal lovers, right? These are those two energies that are halves of a whole, where Venus is harmony, Mars is disruption, where Venus is patience, Mars is impatience, right? And they are the halves of the whole that come together, and we watch all year as they chase each other across the sky, and no matter what kind of embrace or aspect they come into, it's always good and gushy for us, right? So it's very much so the same when we're looking at it in synastry as well. We do like to see these two interact with each other. Now, when we're looking at aspects to Venus, when we're looking at the synastry portion of them, whatever Venus is coming into contact with, she's going to bring that love and affection piece into and to the table. It's going to emphasize attraction, affection, nurturing, things like that. Now, this can be considered, whenever we're looking at Venus and Mars together, a love connection, but it's not always a solid love connection to base the whole rest of the chart off of, because what it can really show us is physical attraction, right? Like how we bring something together and how it may go for a little bit. We have desire, we have attraction, and this may go well for just a little bit, but it's maybe not the most solid place to look at a synastry chart and say, oh yes, their Venus and Mars are in a conjunction, so this is going to just work out beautifully. It's not the most solid place. Depending on where the contact actually happens for Venus and what she's aspecting or moving with, this will change the way that Venus will express itself. So let's just say, for example, that you have Venus and Mars describe this beautiful chemistry for us, right? Sexual and attraction. But what happens if we put Venus and the Sun together? Well, now we have a place where we're going to express creativity. We're going to have a lot of self-expression. Venus and Pluto together. What happens when we put these two energies together? Well, we're going to see desire, obsession, changing, deep inner transformation that comes from love. And much can be said the same about Mars when we're looking at Mars in a synastry chart. Yes, Venus and Mars, chemistry. Okay, we could get something boiling here. But what happens when we put Mars together with the moon? Oh, now we have some emotionally charged kind of contact, kind of aspect that's going to be made, right? Mars and Jupiter, this gets very exciting, right? We like this because it's energetic, it's bright, it's enthusiastic, right? So Venus and Mars carry significant place when we're considering synastry, because they do show us where the chemistry's at. They do tell us about the roles people are going to take on. They do tell us the desire and the attraction that may bring some things together, but they're not the only ones, but they are also not at all to be dismissed. Now, one of the most fun things I think about these placements when I think about them in the chart, and definitely in synastry, is when I look at somebody's Venus or Mars, they can sometimes be surprised at how these placements manifest. So let's just say we've got a Cancer woman, right? Her sun is in Cancer, okay? But her Venus is in Aries. So sometimes that role, because remember in a woman's chart, this is the role she's going to take on to attract, someone to her, right? So that role becomes a little bit more of the hunter, becomes a little bit more aggressive. And it may even be surprising to her where she's like, this is out of my character. Like, I don't normally act like this, but I sure do like that, and I'm going after it. You know what I mean? And when we're looking at the Mars energy in the chart, let's say that somebody has got their sun in Aries, right? Like, we know we've got a goer here, right? But their Mars is in Virgo. Oh, now we're going to plot and plan a little bit more about how we're going to go about this. What I'm going to be a little bit more attracted to is someone who thinks. Maybe they're a little bit more intellectual. Maybe I like the way somebody talks, you know. Virgo being ruled by that Mercury energy, communication. Maybe that's what stimulates me. It's not just the chase. It's not just the pursuit. And that's how that Mars energy is kind of showing up. So really, really interesting to continue to study and to learn about both Venus and Mars in the chart. But don't get stuck in thinking they're the only ones. But they do definitely, these two beautiful lovers, hold their place. All right, guys, like this video, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. 90 videos in 90 days continues on. I love you guys. Bye. Hey, thanks so much for watching my video and stopping by my channel. I hope you liked the video. Comment, share, definitely subscribe because we're doing 90 videos in 90 days on this channel. New learning content every single day, a minimum of one video every day. So I hope to see you back tomorrow. Bye.